Hello, friends. Oh, I'm 2 minutes early. That came on way faster than I anticipated. Pardon the overhead light glare. Ooh, that's going to be annoying. I'm at my desk because when I do lives, it tends to just work better over here. And I want to leave the light on because I think we're going to need it. So what I'll do is I will put my card base right there. Maybe that'll help with the glare. All right, you guys. Anyway, I did a little live this morning. If you didn't catch it, go ahead and check it out after this. But today I've been giving hints on Instagram about what we're doing, and we're doing pop culture in August. That's kind of the theme. And for today, I am featuring Kindred Stamps Electrifying Set. This is Grease, and it's so cute. My best friend in high school, her favorite movie was Grease. When I saw this, I knew I had to have it. And the card that we're going to make today is this one. It is a interactive garage door card. Now, this is my sample. I'm going to go ahead and do probably something a little different. I learned as I went, so I always do a sample first just to play with it. I have to tell you that I got this idea. Originally, this is not my unique idea. This is not unique to me. This is actually from a class from the paper collage in Arizona where I live, and it was taught there, and it was her idea. I've modified it with the stuff that I have on hand, but if you are in the Arizona area, go take that class. I think she has another one in August and then another one in February. I can leave a link down below in the description box when this is over. But it's fantastic. She has an adorable stamp set that she uses with it. It's like a, you know, Southwest desert type theme. It's so cute. She does a little bit different way of doing this little door than I do. And it's really phenomenal. She's very creative, and you get to make 5 cards, 2 of which are interactive. One is a garage door pulling, and the other one is a car driving, and then 3 other ones that are you just put together, and they're just adorable. So it's a really good value. So anyway, with that being said, let's get on with the show. If you are joining me in replay, thank you so much and welcome. All right, so the first thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to cut out a square, and I just used that, and I don't have it right in front of me. I used the square thing that I got from Ink Road Stamps to cut out my square, and this is going to be the base for your project here. And it's going to go over like so. Now, my card base is 4.25 by 5.5, but it is going to go into a 5 by 7 envelope simply because this little pull tabby that we have is going to it adds some height to the card, right? So with that being said, I need to create a background just in case my stamped images show through in the back. And so I'm going to use some Distress ink today to do that, and Hickory Smoke and Stormy Skies. And I'm just going to do the typical, you know, blending out and adding a little water. But before I do, I need to line up where I need the image, like where I need to do the ink. So I'm just gonna line this up with a pencil. I don't really care that I have to use a pencil on this because it's just gonna be hidden anyway. And I'm gonna go in with Stormy Cloud first, and then I'm gonna go in with Hickory Smoke. Now, with my Distress inks, I have to be respectful of my color families. If I'm not respectful of my color families, I'll get mud. So I am keeping my cools together, and then I don't have any warms on this card, but if I did, I'd keep those together. Think of cool like your aqua, like your anything water related, blue undertones, okay? And then think of warms, anything that is fire related, red undertones. And then you have what is commonly referred to as the color of sin, which no matter, you can't mix it with anything other than red or blue, and that is purple. You cannot mix purple with green or with yellow or anything. You will get mud every single time. So that's the one color that you need to definitely keep in mind when you do this. Okay, so I'm gonna put in some Stormy, and I'm just gonna kind of go around a little bit, add some of this in, like so. Because I want it to look, if you're going to see it, I want it to look like it's the back of a garage door. You may not see it after we cover it. I don't know. Okay, so let me go ahead and put a little bit of water down on this. I do want to distress this out. So, and I've just filled up my water bottle for this every single time. Thank goodness I have 2 water bottles, because I don't know what happened to my distress one. Oh well. All right, so I'm gonna kind of let that interact just for a minute, let it move around and interact with that ink, and then I'm gonna dab up those drips, and we're going to move on from here. All right, so let me get those drips up, and then let's work on our door. So for the door, and let me actually hit this with a little bit of heat. If you're on, say hello. Okay, so let me set this aside, and really I should do the back side as well. I already have my sentiment on here. Okay, so for this technique, you're gonna wanna take your tag. I'm using a tag, and I cut off the bottom to 5.5, but really, if I could do it again, and I'm not gonna, I would keep it the length that it needs to be, the taller length. But this is going to be our pulley for our garage door. So you're just simply going to line it up, the base of it, because you want the bottom, you don't want it to be able to just roll on through. So you're going to line it up with where you're going to put some foam tape, and that's going to be a border and a blocker so it doesn't fall through. And then you are going to flip it over, and you're going to do just as I did and measure out a square. Then from there, you're going to take the width of your you can do the width of your foam tape or whatever again and cut it down. Now for this, when we put our foam tape, it's going to go on the edges like so, and then just up here. So I'm actually going to cut more of that off this time so that it will be able to lift higher. And I just took a ruler and made my lines, and this doesn't really have to be perfect by any means. Okay, I mean, I didn't even measure perfect on this, so it's not perfect, but that's okay. It's going to serve its purpose just fine for us, because I'm not putting tape there. All right. I do want to go ahead and distress the top of this ink, the top of this tag as well. So I'm just going to erase that little pencil mark. And it doesn't, it's not perfectly straight, which is totally fine. But I do want to go ahead and just distress it a tiny bit. And I'm going to use ground espresso on this. I'm not going to be mixing colors on it. I just don't want it to stick out like a sore thumb when I do the pull tag on it. So just going to add some of that there. And then I'm going to go ahead and just hit that with some water. Really wish I knew where I set my distress sprayer down. I just filled it up for the show, and here it is. I can't find it. All right. Ooh, I love it. So it's already interacting. Very cool. Pick that up. Love that. Okay, let me hit it with a little bit of water. I am using Tim Holtz Distress Tag on this because it's super durable. Okay, so from here, I took some silver Rhenia foil paper and I folded it in half like so because I needed it to be more durable. And then I took this Tailored Expressions embossing beadboard is what it's called. I'll show that to you. Price point on this I thought was really reasonable. It was only like $7. So I took this and I put my foiled paper in it sideways like this. And then I ran it through, but I made sure I lined it up nice and straight. And then I ran it through my embossing machine. And when it was done, I had this, which is going to be the garage door. And I really like the Rhenia foil paper for this because it's silver and it does look like metal. And so what you're going to do from here is you are just going to adhere this on and you're going to cut off the excess, and I'm going to put it just all over this tag. I'm using my art glitter, which, by the way, I finally found an affiliated link for. I have that down below. You can get it directly off of Amazon. That made me so happy. I love this stuff. And so I'm just going to place my foil paper on that. And I'm not even opening it. I really do want to keep it, I really want to keep it nice and kind of stiff. I mean, I could glue it on and it would be just fine, but I do like the added security of a double mount here of this. And so I'm going to go ahead and just take this and put a little bit of glue on the inside as well, just to keep it adhered, like so. Boom. All right. Now from here, I'm going to cut off the excess. And you know, it doesn't look perfect right now, but it's okay because it is going, oh, I didn't even have to do that. Look at that. It just came right off. Awesome. It's going to go into my garage door and it's not even going to matter. So I'm going to take this and just line it up. I need my pull little tab that I cut. I actually use this from my Lawn Fawn Magic Picture Changer, the extended pack on that. So I'm going to put this just way up here on the very, 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 very tippity top. I like it because it embosses a little crease, which makes it super easy. Okay, so I'm just going to take this and go across, put a little glue right like this. If any of that excess glue gets off, I don't care because it dries clear. All right, so let's go ahead and put this down first, like so. Hold it there for just a minute. All right, now from here, I'm going to take my garage door, gonna line it up just like this. So I'm gonna get the pull flush with the top. Then I'm going to take some of my purple tape, or you can use washi tape that has been that you've kind of fuzzed, which means you put it on your clothes, and that'll help take care of it won't make it so it tears it. But purple tape works great. But if you don't have purple tape, just use washi tape that you put on your shirt or your jeans or something to fuzz it up. Now I'm going to create a track for this. So I'm going to take on the bottom, because I don't want it to fall out underneath of my card, right? So I'm going to take on the bottom, and I'm just going to line it up as close as I can without adhering my door to the bottom like this. Then I'm going to do this on the top, like so. And this will stop it from popping out on the top. So we're creating a track and also a border. And this is just foam tape. Sizzix has foam tape as well. This is close to my heart. I like it because it comes with 2 sizes. And I'm going to use the wider side on the sides right here. And then it has that thinner one. Now, if this still isn't thin enough for you, you can always just cut it in half. It's totally fine. Nobody's going to see your foam tape. So it does not have to be perfect. So I want to go ahead and just get this as close to the side of the door as I can. And that's going to provide a track for my garage door. So it's going to stay in place and just provide that track. You don't want to put it too far out because then your garage door is going to slide around. So you want to get it in just literally as close as you can. And you don't have to go all the way up to the top. But don't put anything here because it needs to move up like a garage door would. All right, so now from here, I am going to get this placed down. So I'm going to remove my adhesive sheets from my foam tape. And this is when I have to be super careful because it's like one shot here. And then I'm going to remove my purple tape. And purple tape you can actually use a couple times before it loses its tackiness. So I just kind of keep mine off like that. Make sure I didn't glue anything down. I didn't. It's perfect. So I'm going to very carefully line up my edges. Now see, look, I said that and I didn't get it right. This is the hardest part. And I didn't have this much of a problem the first time. The first 2 times that I did it. Oh, well. Okay, so there we go. There we go. Okay, and I can cut off the bottom of that. And then let's just make sure that I didn't, there we go. And so now it lifts. Now I do have this ugly on the bottom, and I can go ahead and I think I just might, you could distress it, or you could, I probably should have wrapped that silver around so that wasn't showing. But it totally functions, it totally works, right? All right, so now we have to decorate our card. Before I do that, I do want to cut off the bottom of this because I don't like it. It's kind of ugly. All right. There we go. Okay. So all right, I'm going to take this piece that I had, and I can totally just line up the bottom of it. kind of mask it like so. So this is called fixing your mistakes. Only live. Only live. But that's what's so awesome is, you know, nobody's perfect. We all screw up and there you go. All right. This is just going to mask it well enough for me to be able to lift it. And the other thing I like about the foil paper is, boom, I can just shove it right into the corner and it doesn't show the wrinkle, nothing. And now we have a functioning door. Okay, so let's go ahead and just decorate the inside of it. I have already gone ahead and just done some really basic coloring from this stamp set Electrified. The inside is Happy Birthday, You're Electrifying. And then this is the set that I used again from Kindred Stamps. I bought this actually a couple months ago. And I have Sandy and I have, you know, good old Grease Lightning. And for the card that I made over here, I put Grease Lightning in and I put Sandy on. And I think that that's really cute. And I like to do this after I have all of this down. Like, I like to fill this in after I have it put together, because I can kind of slide it around a little bit and see. So for this, I do want to cut off some of this car over here and just take that paper cutter again. So I'm going to cut off some of the car. And I'm going to just tuck that into the corner. So I'm going to tuck this just right over into the corner, down like that. And again, paper collage is a really nice car set that works beautifully on a garage door theme. So this is going to go down into the corner, and then I'm going to put Sandy in there because she's like kind of like the surprise, you know, like whoever gets this card is definitely going to know that it's Grease Lightning, right? But having her inside the door is just going to be so much more fun. And let me slide. There we go. Just sliding it down a hair. Perfect. All right. And then I do have some adhesive right there. So I'm going to place her kind of off to the side. But for her, I love these 3D foams. It's going to, I used a thicker foam on the garage door. And so it will totally go down just fine over her if I use these 3D foam squares, and it will make her kind of pop a little bit, which I love. So I really like these. Now these are the thin foams. These are the thin ones. These aren't the real bulky ones, and that's why this is going to work, is because they're thin. But they do add just a touch of dimension to this card. And I'm going to put her kind of off. You know, she's ready to cruise with her man, and she's going, "Hey, stud." And I actually want to pull her down a little bit. Part of the reason why I'm having an issue is because of that piece I added. So I want to pull her down. There we go. Just slide her over. See, all thumbs tonight, guys. All thumbs. So there is her and the car. All right, and we will just slide this on down over her. I promise this works. It really does. It's that piece. It's messing me up. There she is. All right, and then we need to add him and our sentiment. So I'm just gonna adhere the side of him because I don't want to stick to the garage door, obviously. If I have him stuck to the garage door, that's gonna be no good. So I'm just going to adhere just a touch. And he's gonna be right there. Perfect, let me make sure, yes. And let's go ahead and get this on over. So I'm just going to give a little title because there's a lot of space at the top of this card. And this is, this is from a Kaisercraft packet that came out at Creativation in the summer of 2018, I believe. You're a classic. And then I'm going to finish it off with some rubber bubbles from Queen and Company. Just up in the corners, like so. And there we go. So that's how you can make a garage door with a couple of really cool things. And this is the leftover piece that didn't quite. There we go. That is the card for today featuring Grease. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're interested in any of this, you can feel free to use my affiliated links down below. I hope you liked it. It was so fun. Isn't that cute? Isn't that such a great, how fun is that? All right. If you haven't subscribed, I hope you consider doing so. I have affiliated links listed down below. If you're in the Phoenix area, definitely check out the paper collage and take their retro card class is the name of it. It's a very good value. You guys would love it. I love learning a new interactive technique. Next week, we are back on the pop culture with probably my favorite sitcom of all times. I can't wait for next week. It's going to be epic, so fun. Anyway, I'm going to sign off. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and I will chat with you guys later. Until next time, happy crafting!